They literally told everybody what was coming. And now you're seeing it playing out right before everyone's eyes. Not a joke. This is going to get serious very fast over the next year or two, right? The new financial system told people what was coming, and they're playing it out. The legacy system let people know what was about to happen, and it's playing out. And they did it on the other side as well when it comes to the collapsing of many major systems. You're witnessing it happening. Oh, we got some news for you today. This article right here is titled, did you see this? Qatar introduces regulatory framework for digital assets. We told the people this was coming. Wait a minute. All the other places that have just announced similar things seem to have something in common. What is it? What is it? They're tied in with Ripple. You saw what happened in Thailand, right? You saw what happened with what's happening with the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, right? You see what's happening in the UK. Now Qatar, we told people, we covered QNB Bank, we covered the MENA region, we covered Atijari Wafa for about 2 years now. We've been covering, I'm talking about just the time span we've covered this type of content, where we're literally tracking the new financial system being developed, okay? We've covered Ripple's rapid expansion into that region where there's a lot of money value. This article is titled, Qatar introduces regulatory framework for digital assets. Qatar was one of the places we were tracking. Why is this happening now? You know I'm going to ask that, right? After the case. It didn't happen before the case, not months before, not years before. After the case. Everybody's rapidly expanding now that the case is over. You're seeing that? All in the same areas that Ripple is heavily active in. That is not a mistake. There are no coincidences, folks. Only cause and effect unrecognized. But wait, you may say, Mick, what are you talking about? What have they done in Qatar? Well, I see you haven't been on the channel for very long. Welcome. Let's go right here. Wait a minute, because we like to talk facts here. Let's cover a little bit. I just referenced QNB, right? That's one of the banks we've been tracking for years. What does it say here? Qatari National Bank is one of the largest banks in the Middle East and North Africa in 2019. And so they've been doing this before we were even tracking them. In 2019, Ripple partnered with QNB. Oh, people don't understand what's about to happen. Whenever everything does get up and running. Are we dealing with facts? Are we dealing with facts? This is really happening. In 2019, Ripple partnered with QNB to enable cross-border payments between Qatar and other countries using Ripple's blockchain technology. Listen, if folks feel different, to each his own. I'm not here to change anybody's mind. I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. I'm just here to deliver the news. And I gotta give a little bit of my opinion. This is YouTube. If you feel different, that's how you feel. I'm telling you, I'm sharing things with you from my perspective, these things. But what I'm trying to show is they're deep in Qatar. Like, that's what I'm showing. And now you have this, right? You have this going on here. Qatar introduces regulatory framework for digital assets. So how is that not going to be major for Ripple and XRP if all of this continues to go according to plan? The Qatar Financial Center, a business center based in Doha. They just referenced one of those banks. They referenced Doha Bank. I never heard of that before, but this is happening in Doha. Whoa. The synchronicities, folks, is getting serious. Has released, this is coming from the article, has released a comprehensive regime of regulating and creating digital assets. The QFC's regulators, the Qatar Financial Center Authority and Qatar Financial Center Regulatory Authority, announced a framework that establishes a foundation for digital assets in QFC. The rules include tokenization processes and legal recognition of property rights and tokens and underlying assets, custody arrangements, transfer, and exchange. In addition, the framework has provisions for the legal recognition of smart contracts like free economic zones in the United Arab Emirates, which operate independently from mainland. The QFC has its own legal, regulatory, tax, and business framework separate from the rest of Qatar. So now we're going to move on here. All right. Like I said, they told everybody was coming. Now that we're almost to that time where crypto goes mainstream, where the utility coins will move to the forefront. They will dominate. I don't know when. I just know in the next few years, that's where everything is heading. This is why one of the many reasons I think you're seeing all of this negative news on Bitcoin. Why? All of this negative news on all of a sudden, everybody, according to mainstream, all of a sudden, everybody's so frustrated with Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin's getting the hate again, right? Right. Like we don't see through the smoke in the mirrors, right? They're trying to direct the energies. All right, but we'll get to that in a moment. But there's a reason that's happening. One of them is they want to move the utility coins to the forefront, in my humble opinion, because they want them to skyrocket in value. But when they say, look at this, it's all getting set up right before the people's eyes. I'm not kidding around with that. It says here, Coinbase and Ripple made $100 million in political donations. Will it influence U.S. elections? It may. I mean, I think you're seeing it right now. All of a sudden, you know, look, I don't keep up with politics. I'm not going to pretend with you. I don't care about these people. I never liked them as authority figures. I don't like to bow down to authority figures, so I'm not going to kid you on that. But I do hear things from time to time. And one thing I do know from being in crypto, they all hated crypto. They all dislike crypto. Now, all of a sudden, I'm looking with the side eye. Everybody loves crypto. Oh, we're going to make it so good for crypto now. These are sticky. This is sticky notes, but I'm going to use it like it's money. That means to me, what that means, some money, picture these are dollars, is going into somebody's pocket. A little bit more, the more money that's going into their pocket, the more they're loving crypto. That's how it typically works. These people change their minds when the money changes. When corporations and entities pay them, their minds change. Other than that, they don't change. It's a sickening thing because really they should do what's right because it's what's right to do. But they do what they're paid to do. Unbelievable. You know, I'll keep the rest of my opinion on that to myself. I don't want to get too dark talking about that. But yeah, I think it is already. You're already seeing it. And I don't think it's just coming from Coinbase and Ripple. They're the only ones that are being reported on. The big companies, BlackRock, Valkyrie, Wisdom Tree. You think they didn't march into those offices pounding their chests like they're King Kong, boom, 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 and money's falling out of their pockets into the politicians' pockets? I think that they're having more of an impact than anything. They own the politicians. Make no mistake about it. They do. So anyway, but that shows you times are changing. There's an explosion coming and the big companies are moving major money because they want to get in position for when that explosion happens. We got some more we're going to cover. Make sure you're tuned in for that next members only video. I've been working on it for a few days. It's going to be much bigger than I anticipated. My apologies. It's going to be much bigger. So prepare for a hefty video. I'm letting you know ahead of time. All right. There's a lot I have to discuss in there. It says here the crypto industry has collectively spent $119 million on political contributions this year. Factors at play include regulatory battles and then they go into some political stuff. I'm not going to read all those people's names. It says if someone expressed the opinion that this year's U.S. presidential election has produced some unprecedented events, a listener might wonder which particular moment they were referring to, since it has been such a volatile and come on, just get to the crypto part. My apologies. Right now, I just don't have time for all the verbiage. I got a lot going on in life right now. You got to jump. You got to get right to it. Who was spending and how much? Thank you. That's what I'm looking for. In 2024, companies within the crypto industry have collectively spent around $119 million on political contributions, with almost all of that spending going to crypto-focused super PACs, of which the Fair Shake organizations have been the primary funding recipients. All right. That's all I need to know. All right. Keep doing it. I want crypto to not only win, to dominate. As a well-diversified individual, there's many of these utility coins that are going to go off. Not one. It's not only going to be Bitcoin. It's not only going to be XRP. It's not only going to be Solana. There's going to be a lot, when the time comes, a lot of these cryptos that go off. You know, people tell you you better sell all of these. These are bad. These are real bad. This one is good. These are real bad. You better not get into those. I'm making it silly because it is. Because they want you to put your money into that one that they make money off of. This is a money game, folks. And it's typical for humans to look out for their own best interest, which is them to make money off this one coin that they have the most of. I'm going to keep it real with you because I have nothing to gain. Across the board, a lot of these cryptos are going to be very, very successful into the future. A lot of the top coins, they're in there already. They're loved. They have a lot of big projects being made. Even the ones that I don't hold are going to be very good as well. Ethereum is going to probably do great in the future. I don't have any Ethereum. Cardano's probably going to do fantastic in the future. I don't have any Cardano. I can keep it real with you. I'm at that point in my life where I'm just going to tell you raw what I'm thinking. That's it. You take it or leave it. There's nothing else I can do. Just report the news, give you my humble opinion, and let you know my humble opinion. That's it. All right. So now we're gonna move on here because look at this. I'm gonna show you. They're showing you in their verbiage that all of this is rigged, and they're trying to control the energies. They're telling you that Bitcoin bad, crypto's bad, to get you to sell while they're buying everything in sight. These two articles came out back to back. Listen to this. Arthur Hayes, right? Respectable, reputable. Arthur Hayes predicts Bitcoin boom. I do as well. As central banks cut interest rates. Most experts are saying that. But wait, I have another article. Wait. Let's just read this little tidbit first. Arthur Hayes, co-founder of crypto exchange BitMEX, has expressed bullish outlook for Bitcoin in light of recent monetary policy decisions by major central banks. In an opinion piece published this week, Hayes argued that the U.S. Federal Reserve, along with the Bank of England and the ECB, continue to cut interest rates despite inflation remaining above target. There is a strong political pressures. That's why. There is a strong likelihood that these actions will lead to further expansion of the money supply. Hayes stated, if the Fed, quote, if the Fed is cutting rates when inflation is above target and growth is strong, imagine what they will do if there actually is a U.S. recession. Oh, you're going to like this members only video. Oh, you definitely are. You better get in that members only section. Click that little join button. It's either down in the description or below the video. Hey, you got to find it. YouTube changes things all the time. I don't know everything that they change. This is what YouTube lets us do. Upload the video, struggle to make a thumbnail, struggle to come up with a good title description. Everything else, YouTube pretty much controls everything else. All right. So I don't know where they're going to put the join button, but click that little join button. All right. So now here, but look at this. So all the experts are saying that I've seen are saying a boom is coming if interest rates get cut. They might cut them twice. Some economists have said that. But wait a minute. Why has mainstream been doing this and spreading this verbiage for the last 3 weeks? I've been seeing stuff like this. This article is titled, Widespread Negative Crypto Sentiment is Evident Across Regions. Widespread. It's not one. It's just sometimes we're focusing on one project. So we're seeing the negativity that's coming against, let's say, XRP, the negativity that's coming against Quant, the negativity that's coming against Bitcoin, if that's our focus, right? Well, I don't focus on one. Like I said, I'm well diversified. So I look into a bunch of different stuff that I'm interested in. And there's been negativity on all of them. I said this before, right? But why? They're trying to drive down those prices. But wait, what did I say? I want to bring back up what I said. I'm going to check myself and make sure I'm right. I said, I believe that they're driving down prices while they're buying everything up. Why? Why did I say that? Because we read a few articles that showed all of these different transactions happening, and some of them are broken up into pieces, which tells me that this is happening a lot by proxy. Proxy. So you don't see one large transaction all of the time and it make you bullish. No, they break that down into a bunch of little pieces. Later on, they can bring it back together without you even knowing it. Right? They could just cash that out and move that to somewhere else. All in totality, it doesn't have to happen on chain where you can look at it. It doesn't. But wait. What is this here? Does this say that even though there's negative crypto sentiment and they're talking about in regular investors Regular people negative on crypto. Why? Because their minds were changed by mainstream media, by their favorite influencers. Their minds, their energies were changed. They listen to these people every day. They trust them. They sold because of them. And so that now their sentiment is down. But wait, what's this about whales and sharks? What this article is titled, Whales and Sharks Gobble Up Over $7,863,000,000 in Bitcoin. You believe that this only happening with Bitcoin when we've seen all these massive transactions happening with other utility coins, with the utility coins, some of them big transactions all at once, some of them broken down into pieces like I just said? No, they're gobbling up as much as they can while trying to fly under the radar so you don't know. My humble opinion, it's not financial advice. This is not meant to convince anybody of anything. I'm just reading. I'm just telling you my opinion while I'm reading the news. You can read these same articles yourself, make up your own mind. But whales and sharks are gobbling up billions of dollars in Bitcoin as impatient traders drop their holdings. It was a plan. It was rigged. They got you. I like to say gotcha. It just sounds better. They got them right where they want them. They played the game. Checkmate. They're going to continue to checkmate them because they're saying to themselves, wait a minute, this worked a little bit too good. We drove those prices down. They actually sold. We bought up a lot. Maybe we can get it go a little lower. So you may see extra pressure on Bitcoin. And let me tell you something else. The corporations own the government. The government is in lockstep with the corporations. They work for the corporations. All of these top entities are on board with each other. That's a fact. Look at the political donations. They own all of this stuff here. They own all of these politicians. So now we're seeing articles about, well, the U.S. government as well as someone else. I can't remember who it was. Maybe selling a ton of Bitcoin coming up soon. This is what the articles are saying. You can look it up for yourself. OK. Why? Why all of this happening now? This constant pressure, because they want to see just how low they can bring that price, how easily they can manipulate the people so they can further get into position to dominate the most explosive asset class of all time. They are trying to get in position for what was predicted to be the biggest bull run of all time. Whenever the gun does go off, whenever the explosion happens, they know what's coming or the possibilities of what's coming. I mean, nothing's guaranteed. It's not like these people are gods or something like that. No, but they know that there's a high possibility of it. They want to get in position. So they're gobbling up Bitcoin and a lot of other things as impatient traders drop their holdings. So what do they know that the impatient traders don't? Obviously, they're gobbling it up because they know it's going to go back up. They wouldn't buy it if it's going to stay down. But I'm seeing article after article now where Bitcoin is getting that negative treatment. Oh, Bitcoin it might go down further. It may stay down. Bitcoin is boring. I'm seeing article writers call Bitcoin boring. What? Do they understand what they're doing? Bitcoin? It has the most bullish. Don't look at the price. It has the most bullish momentum ever. Why? Because the companies have incentive to drive that price through the roof. BlackRock doesn't get in position to lose money. I'm a little fired up, people. Forgive me. But we're living through unprecedented time. Do people really believe BlackRock, Valkyrie, ARK Invest, Wisdom Tree, Franklin Templeton got in position to lose? They know a winner when they see one. I'm not always bullish on Bitcoin. I'm telling you, I'm not married to Bitcoin. I got in Bitcoin to make some money. I'm going to say some money because I have a lot of things. But I'm saying right now, I feel Bitcoin is super bullish over the next year or two at any time. Boom. Boom. And they know it. They know it. The regular people right now being manipulated highly. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not here to make you agree. I'm not one of those people. I'm not. I promise you I'm not. This is just how I feel. This is what I'm seeing. All right. Wait. Let's end off here. Let's end off here before I forget this article, folks. I appreciate you. Trust me. I appreciate you. All right. Hope you're all doing well, man. Keep yourselves healthy. It's been an intense time for me lately. I'm telling you right now, not me, not my person, but others around me, man. Let me tell you something. It tells me keep your health good. I'm going to say it again, folks. Keep your health good. Not advice. Not advice. Go to your doctors. Talk to them about some vitamins. Talk to them about, get your water checked. My water in my house? No, your body. Make sure your water is good. I don't know how else to phrase that. Make sure you're getting in enough nutrients. Make sure you're getting in electrolytes. You're running on a treadmill all day. You're running on a treadmill. You're wrestling around and having a good time. Some of you drinking and you're off that caffeine. You're off that fiend. And that's making you pee a lot more. My apologies for the verbiage. But you're urinating more. Do you know that you're losing electrolytes? Make sure you're keeping your electrolyte count up. What are you doing? If you want to be in peak shape, you want to be in peak health, you have to maintain all of those. Those little things matter. They matter. And be careful cutting weight. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, very few know cutting weight as well as I do. I promise you this. That's my thing now, though. I promise you. But it's true. Putting on that sweat vest and you're managing your how much calories you're taking in your fat, and you're on that treadmill and you're training and you're just dropping this weight unnaturally quick. Be careful with that. That could be dangerous. And let me tell you something else. Now, I see it coming back. Stop putting that garbage bag on. Stop putting that garbage bag on. You're putting the garbage. Those who know. You're doing with the vinyl vest. You don't want to get that. You're putting that bag on and you're taping up the wrist and taping up the belly so you get that sweat going. Be careful. I'm telling you, be careful. All right. So not advice. It's not advice. I'm telling people, hey, be careful, man. And people out there that love you, I want to see nothing happen to you. All right. So now, good folks, we're going to end off here. I think there's a little bit of gold news, I believe. There's a little bit of gold news, which now you're starting to see that the bullishness that I've had for gold over the years is 100% correct. You see all the big dogs now predicting $3,000 gold, right? Remember when they all said gold was going down and gold wasn't bullish? Remember that? Oh, it just boils me up. They went against us for so many years. Now that gold has exploded and crashed through all the different predictions. I mean, upward, it skyrocketed through all the predictions. Now that gold is easy to cover, everybody's like, oh, I'm bullish on gold now. Where were you when it was difficult? Where were you when no one believed in gold? Right. Same. Well, you believe in silver? Nah, right. They're like, I don't know. Silver, I don't know about silver. Silver's bullish also. See how I can say that with confidence? And I stand on it. If it's right, it's right. If it's not, it's not. But I believe it's right. I'm going by everything that I'm seeing and the utilization of silver. I think silver is very bullish. Anyway, so now this article here, I know I'm going off. This article here is titled, Ignore US Dollar Volatility. What? Ignore it? Let me hear you out. And focus on gold. Oh, now you have my ear. Because when am I not focused on gold? When? You can't find a time I'm not focused on gold. It says focus on gold in euro terms as prices test April highs. This comes from MKS's Nikki Shields. I like that name, Nikki Shields. Nikki Shields. Those little two-hitter names that have that flow to it hit hard. Nikki Shields, Mickey Free. Let's say you take the junior off, Robert Downey. Those are some tough names. I like names like that. My father always says it's good to have a strong name. Now, it could be strong in definition or strong in energy, right? Mick. I like that. Mick. Boom. That's strong. Mick. Yeah. Right. Somebody out there, hey, man. Some of you people are having children. Now, I know it's a tough time for you. It's a real tough time. Name him Mick. I'm just joking, folks. Gold continues to consolidate around its recent record highs above $2,500 an ounce, but its bullish momentum is at risk as the US dollar appears oversold. However, one market analyst suggests that investors should pay attention to another gold currency, gold/currency cross, to determine the precious metal's true trend. What? I can determine gold's trend Just by knowing the central banks are going to continue buying, the regular people are going to get more and more bullish on gold, especially as geopolitical tensions rise, political tensions rise all over the planet. They're running from the banks and they're running to gold. And I told you they were going to run to money market funds. That's only going to increase. I was right. I was right. That's only going to increase. Did you see what's happening with money market funds? I was right. With gold now, I was right. I'm telling you, that's only going to continue. That's what makes it bullish. It says, while the U.S. gold futures market is closed Monday for Labor Day, long weekend, spot gold against global currencies continues to trade. Gold is trading in a neutral territory against the euro at 2,259 euro an ounce, roughly unchanged on the day. We're going to stop right there. Folks, now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.